God is calling you out of your comfort zone for all you guys listening and watching right now. Um, for some people, you might want to create something that is going to definitely add on value to the market. And whether that is selling a product or getting into YouTube and, trying to start your own business. Or maybe you're called to do podcasting, or maybe you're called to do ministry. Whatever the case may be, you have to get out of your comfort zone, because you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because a lot of times we are just waiting for permission to do something. We're waiting for the go, and we want God to just grant our request right away, but sometimes it's not always like that. A lot of times God is giving us an opportunity to start first. See, okay, how far is my servant, my child of God, willing to go for me? And it was just like how when I first wanted to start my YouTube channel, I was thinking about this since 2016, but I didn't take action until December 2023. The idea was there. It was in my heart. But for whatever reason, I was hesitant because I was waiting for permission. And it's like, if we do that, we're hindering our blessing. We need to stop stalling. We need to just go. But to just do it like Nike. And really, when you think about it, what do you have to lose with reaching your goals, with betting on yourself, and just trusting in God that things really can work out for you? I feel like this is really the year where we all have to really go on our goals by having faith, by betting on ourselves, and by taking the actual steps in order to reach and achieve our goals. Because if not, somebody else is going to take that same idea and really apply that to their life and put in the work and reap the rewards. I cannot emphasize how many times when I've had different opportunities, but I let it slip through my fingers because I wasn't quite sure. But also, it does help to get confirmation from God. And then when you do feel like God is really tugging at your heart to move, like, just move, just do it, because you don't want to waste any more time than you already have. And you can't go back to how things were before. You can't go back to last year, the year before, or back to the past in general. What you can do is focus on the present and what you can control. You can control how your emotions are, and you can also control how you can move differently in terms of, actually changing your mindset, and actually being intentional with waking up early, with making your bed, with praying first thing in the morning, and also having a to-do list. But you just have to make sure that you stay on top of your stuff and be proactive, because now we're already in mid-January, and for some of you, you wait until January in terms of your goals. And really, you should have started earlier, And for me, I know that I have to follow through with what I said I was going to do. I do have a goals list, and I'm still adding more things to the list of what I want to accomplish for this year. So I truly believe that 2026 is the year that you are definitely going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But again, guys, you have to really do the unthinkable. You have to get uncomfortable sometimes. You have to really lock in terms of you really waking up early, you working out in the gym, you taking cold showers. That's how you know that you're already way ahead of the rat race. If you can get through taking a cold shower, over time you're gonna get used to it. That's how it is. The more you start, the longer you keep on doing it, the easier it gets. And before you know it, you're already an expert at it, whatever skill or whatever task that you have to do. So just remember that that this is our time. Your time starts now. Do not hesitate and wait any longer than you have, because time doesn't wait for anybody. 2025 is already over, and not too long ago we were in 2024 and beginning of 2025, and here we are, mid-January. So I'm telling you guys right now, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to take more actionable steps. And when you think about it, you don't have any excuses. You have ChatGPT that you can literally search up anything and it can pull up a whole prompt for you. Obviously, you have the internet. There's so many resources out there that you can utilize to your advantage, to reach achieve your goals. But again, it all depends on you with taking those steps. We're working on things that are tangible for you. And for me, it feels great when I know that I was able to not only work productively, but actually checking off things that I said I was going to do and being proactive with it, and also enjoying it too, enjoying the process while I'm doing it. So that's why for me, I have to really focus and I have to really dial in. You have to dial in and focus, because God has so much in store for us. And between now and 6 months, a lot can change. You'd be surprised what can happen. You can move into a brand new house or that apartment. You can make a substantial amount of money, whether that's 6 figures or $10,000 per month, depending on what type of occupation you have. Or you can even be a full-time content creator, which is what I want to do. Among the things I want to do, actually. But point being, everything's within your disposal. Everything's within your reach. But if you're not consistently taking the actual steps, if you don't want it bad enough, you have to really be hungry for that desire. You have to really have that burning desire within yourself to actually turn that dream of yours into a reality. Because if not, all it is just a thought sitting in your head. And until you're able to actually execute that, and pull it out, and make it a reality, it's just there. And obviously, as a kid, we dream so many stuff of what we want to do, when we grow up, when we get older. And then, for whatever reason, when life hits us hard, we just feel like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Well, it's me, this, that. And one thing I realized is that, we have to get those dream killers. We have to get those distractions, naysayers out of our heads, because at the end of the day, it's just noise. And just remember that God's got you, and it's not too late. It's not too late to better yourself. It's not too late to execute on your goals. But again, it all depends on what you're willing to do with your time. So that's why, guys, I'm just encouraging you right now to really take this seriously, to get out of your comfort zone, and choose your heart. Which one is worse? Still be in the same place you were last year, or be in a much better place, 10 times better? I'd rather choose the second option, because I want to better myself and I want progress. And I'm pretty sure you do too. So that's why, guys, you have to do this. You're not doing this for me, you're doing this for yourself. And I'm speaking for myself, because I want to enact these changes, because I know that after everything I've been through, my family, I want to see myself succeed and other people succeed. And I have to make sure that I become that person to show people that if I can do it, you can do it too. This is really a year where you really have to go all in. You really have to become that best version of yourself. You have to get rid of bad habits, things, people. It's either you add to your life or you subtract to your life things that no longer serve you anymore. And for me, for some time now, I realize how important it is to continuously shed things and people that don't align with my purpose anymore. Anything that is not beneficial to my life or aligning with my purpose, I have to exit out of my life because I have better things to do, and there's other people that I much rather give my time to because they actually deserve it. And when you think about it in a way, when you stay in your comfort zone, you're telling yourself that you don't want it bad enough, that you're okay with where you're at, and you don't care about the situation that you're in. Well, I'm telling you right now, that's very dangerous. You really should care about not being in the same place you were 6 months ago, because while everybody else is moving forward and making some big moves, they are in the same place at home. Living in the basement, just watching the sun go down, watching the world pass you by. That's just beyond my understanding. And that's very pathetic when you think about it. That's why, guys, if you don't want that to happen to you, you know what you gotta do. You gotta lock in. You gotta focus. And you cannot let those things get the best of you. If you know that you're capable, if you know that you remember so much more, and that you were definitely a chosen one, that God has called you for something higher, that you truly have a purpose, for something that's beyond even what you've even dreamed about, and you got to do it. There's so many indications of God giving me signs of like my true calling, how great I am at talking to people, and how passionate I am in terms of like providing value and getting into social media and etc. And the thing is, you really have to figure out what is your why. What is it that drives you? What is your passion? Whether that's retiring your mom, whether that is wanting a better life, whether that's not being homeless, not being poor. You have to figure out what your why is. You can't just be okay with being stagnant and complacent, because all it is just messing you up, And for me, I know that I can do so much better than that. That's why, guys, the choice is yours. It's either you choose for your life to not change, or you choose to have a different outcome for your life. You got to choose your heart. And I already know the easiest option for that. So that's why, guys, don't waste your time. You got to stay focused. You got to be disciplined. You have to really lock in, even if it's something like losing weight, which is something I'm also still working on. You can do it. So much can change between now and December, even within a few months. You'd be surprised what God can do for you. But you got to make those changes. Whether that's with nutrition, whether that's exercising 3 to 4 times a week, drinking water, less sugary drinks, cutting out all the bad stuff and keeping track, being in a caloric deficit. Do whatever you have to do in order to see results. Because one thing I know is that success, it finds clues. It does. And where energy flows, money will go. When you're putting the right energy out there, you'll definitely get something positive back in return. That's one thing I know. Because what you put out can come back to you both good and bad. So that's why, guys, you can do this. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust in God, and you have to lock in. Don't let the whole world pass you by. Don't let 2026 be the same year that you're repeating the same BS again. So that's all I have for this message for today. And I'm definitely looking very excited for how I want the rest of this year to be, And yeah. So other than that, before I go, make sure you check out my affiliate links down in the description box below, because I have some really helpful resources that I wouldn't want you guys to miss out. So make sure you guys check it out. Other than that, always know that Jesus loves you lots and lots. And I love and care for you guys whenever I come on here. That's why I'm telling you guys this, from different experiences that I've went through, and just knowing that God wants me to definitely get out of my comfort zone and move according to his word. So yeah, guys, we got to move differently. We can do this, man. And also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends, family, whoever else you can. Right, guys? Because it'll really help me out. So that way the algorithm can push out my videos to you guys' homepage whenever you do watch YouTube. Any time of the day. Other than that, God bless, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.